It's the Wex Appeal Podcast. Barbells, beats, and buffoonery.
3, 2, 1, go! Here we go.
Dope conversations.
Damn, that's my Genghis Khan.
Where fitness, pop culture, and a lot of random buffoonery collide.
I'm coming for you.
It's ridiculous, really,
Hashtag Space War.
but amusing.
Wex, you laughed least at me, so you get to go next.
Here's your host, Wex.
I was gonna say I blacked out during the explanation. I just heard Spaceball.
Oh, all right. Well, welcome to the Wex Appeal Podcast for all those out there who are hanging out with us. Fee Saghafi is on the show today, and we also have my daughter on her right, her best friend. That is Stella Wexler. So she is, like we have the shelf here. I can put my feet up.
I know, I'm kicking up my feet. You guys can't see.
Cool.
I have bacon underneath here too.
So we're here in Miami, 2025, a completely different venue, completely different place. It's a whole new feel, a whole new look, but we're back.
Gosh, I love this venue too.
Yeah.
So this is my 5th. I've been coming to Wodapalooza for 5 years, and 2020 was my first team experience. I did a fun team mayhem weekend with them, and then every single year has been great. But this is the first experience, obviously new venue, and it's huge. And it's so much easier to navigate too. Yeah. I'll tell you that. I feel like the last 2 years.
One big strip. If you can't find it, you just turn around and go back.
Yeah. Yes. Like the other old venue was, you're zigzagging around and it was a maze. So we love this. So far so good. This is great.
So far so good. I know competitions just kicked off, so individuals are starting to go. But so far being in Miami, you're not a Florida girl, but you're now a Florida girl.
Yeah.
Living in Jacksonville now.
I feel like I was meant to live in Florida with
it's
the way that I like to.
I was worried yesterday when we came and showed up and it was raining and it was cold and it was gross, but this is nice.
This is beautiful.
This is great. So how are you liking the experience so far? Obviously we're only literally 2 hours into this. You've already got to do a podcast. You're jumping on this one, but you have Stella here, who you actually met 2 years ago.
I remember I was doing a team competition that year with Alexis Raptis and Christine Kohlenbrander. We did some fun team stuff, and I just remember we took our picture next to your dad's stage, the podcasting stage, and you were so much smaller, and now we're just about the same height, is what I realized. I'm either the older that I get, the shorter I get, and I actually have 2-inch platform shoes right now, and Stella's just about my height. So.
And when I first met you, I had an idea who you were, but I was just standing there, and you run up and you scoop me up, and I'm like, whoa.
Yes.
Whoa.
Because you got good energy. No, you've always been. No, it's been such a joy even watching you grow up and through the space. And she's honestly probably the number one CrossFit. You're number one CrossFit fan. No one bigger.
Yeah. And so this is her second time being here. She was here 2 years ago, missed last year, but now she's back. But you got to actually come to our gym.
Yes.
And we have some of our gym members here as well.
Really? Are they competing?
No. we're just all here.
He wishes he was coming.
Okay.
Working for
So Ron down here will be here next year. It is the commitment that he will be here. That he will be here. Competing next year in the Masters Division. That is his goal. So he will be here. I'm going to go ahead and call it now.
Love that.
But you came to our gym. You did a gymnastics course with us, which was fantastic. Talk about that a little bit. You've been getting more into the coaching and going to gyms and doing train with Fee, and how has that kind of been? Kind of a departure. Obviously you're still competing and things like that, but how has that been with that departure into kind of going back to the roots of teaching?
Yeah, getting back to, so I grew up, I say I grew up in the affiliates because I started CrossFit and I was 19, right? But all that to say, I feel like all of my best experiences and friendships and connections, and I wouldn't be the athlete who I am, I wouldn't be doing the sport if it wasn't my experiences in the affiliates and the coaching and the just relationships that you get to build. And that's why I say everything that I do at the very least, it all goes back to the affiliates and just creating that special community and connection. And the last couple years I mean, I have been dedicating truly my full-time career as an athlete. It's an all-season thing. It's an all-year-round thing. And I had to step away from coaching. I used to coach at Scott Panchek's affiliate, CrossFit Mentality in Cleveland, Ohio. And that was just like such a huge part of my day. I would wake up, I would coach, I would start the day with, incredible members, and then I would train and I would coach and I would train and I would but it was great, 12 hours go by and your day feels so fulfilling and filled with so much more purpose than just doing things for yourself. And so last year I ended up getting an invitation, or was it about a year and a half, I got an invitation from an affiliate. They reached out like, hey, Fee, what can we do to get you down here? We'd love for you to host a workout. The members, they support you, they follow your journey. You're just a special part of this community. And it was just one of those invitations that just kicked it off. And I was like, you know what? I would love to just go back to the affiliates and put on a clinic and a workout and something that brings the community together, but it also brings me back, because sometimes you get lost a little bit in the crazy season and the competition and, what are the things that I need to do to be the best athlete that I could be? And that's all part of the gig, but then you kind of lose a little bit of like the why behind it when you don't go back to those roots. So it just allows me to go back to what I love, and it started off with that, and then I reached out to you in Ocala, and I got to come by and just like truly connect. And it's, we put on a gymnastics seminar. It's skills that like most people are trying to develop, but there's something special about being able to lead that and being able to, like, we had such incredible moments together, and even it was a packed house. I brought my chiropractor best friend that travels with me, Dr. Lee, he's actually here, and I got to implement some great education there. So I think it's the beginning of something super beautiful. I think my goal with that would be in the off season to almost create like a tour dates of going to affiliates and just creating and bringing those experiences and pouring back in, and it's something that fills my heart. So I hope to continue to do that.
Well, you owe us the second one.
I do.
You said we're coming back into a muscle ups.
Please, please. I need. If you're an affiliate owner and you want Fee Saghafi to bring some good energy to your members, please reach out. I would love
absolutely,
to. It all comes down to invitation too. Like, I'm not like reaching out to gyms, but not yet. I will. But I feel like there's something special when a gym reaches out to you personally, because then they're thinking of you and they're like, we want you here. So then it gets me excited.
Yeah, and I will speak to that of being part of that gym. It was just an amazing time. And Stella, chime in and let us know, how did you like the experience, and how was it for you going to that?
We got to work together a lot.
I feel like it was just amazing having an amazing athlete here who's had so much experience, because like it doesn't not only like helps you work on your skills, it helps you work on working together and work in learning off of someone who's had so much experience like her. And it was just amazing having her by your side, like hyping you up and letting you know what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong, but she wasn't being like, oh, you did this wrong. She was helping you and building you, and I just think that was amazing.
Just helping you understand. I love that. Thank you, Stella, for saying that. She speaks so well, like truly so well. So one of my favorite things is, I'm not an athlete that comes from, 10 years of elite level gymnastics experience or elite level sport. Like I started like anyone else, which is like truly just starting because I just want to, feel good about my body and my mind and my fitness. And, but it's cool to like now get to the point where now I could teach so much, because I've been doing this for 10 years now, in a way that I teach how I understood it the best, coming from someone that didn't know how to do something. I was never the athlete that like just gets up and does a muscle up. So some people could just do things to do them. And so when I get to break things down to, individuals, athletes like you, Stella, or someone that maybe hasn't been in fitness at all and they're 60 years old and they're just trying to understand their bodies now, still breaking it down in a way that's simple and easy and not overwhelming. I think that's like, it's those light bulb moments that are so special.
Yeah.
No amount of competition, magic, like beats moments like that, because that's magic to me.
Yeah, and she's very close to her muscle ups, so we'll have to get that. We'll have to get that.
Wait to see that video.
We'll have to get that scheduled.
I will scream my lungs out in joy. Like when people get their first anything, and you get to be part of that. it's like there's no better feeling.
Yeah.
There's truly no better feeling where you get to witness someone just achieve something that they've been working so hard, whether it's a muscle up, a pull up, something in education or professionally or whatever.
Yeah.
But to be part of that journey is just joy, and that's awesome. I can't wait to see it.
And I love that, and I think that's probably why you are one of the fan favorites, is because of the fact that you are in the
Thank
community, because you do see a lot of athletes focusing on this more as a career in a sport, but not necessarily being part of an affiliate.
Yeah.
So you guys getting to move from Naples to Jacksonville puts you into an affiliate. And I
Yes.
know I've been to Naples, so I know how the setup was.
I just saw you getting a workout in
Yeah, right
in
into
the
there. You got to work out in a little warehouse next to CrossFit Naples.
Yeah.
And it was
truly a warehouse,
Yeah.
truly just like an empty room that was leased for the year too, and literally it was so different. I mean, we worked very hard in there. We grinded. We did what we need to do for our jobs.
Yeah, it's not like you weren't getting work done. 'Cause that's when you guys went 5 for 5 qualifying that year.
Yeah,
And
we
it
went
was-
5 for 5. 5 athletes under Matt Torres from our group camp. Like, we all trained together that entire year, and we all qualified for the games at the same semifinal. So
Yes.
we all competed out of the Northeast semi.
We were there.
And you guys were there celebrating. I had like the most emotional, I think, reaction out of all 5 of us. But it was just truly special. But we were in an affiliate, and that was like the thing that was just so different to me is throughout my years at CrossFit Mentality, like, all I know is affiliate. All I know is like working out and doing my training pieces, but always being alongside people and enjoying the class experiences. And I could be doing a different training piece, obviously, but just the fact that you're around your people, like, it's so special. And that's what, when I get to compete, like, those are the things that I think about. I never think about, I'm doing this for myself. It's more, I'm doing it with my team, my affiliate, my coaches, my, everyone. And we got the chance to now move to Jacksonville, Florida. We're at CrossFit Tailwinds, owned by Christina Migliari up there. And it's such a breath of fresh air to continue to go back to a space where you get to build those relationships again, pour into people the way that they, the same way they pour back into you. So I love it. It's huge. It's a huge space.
There's so much room to
So
do
much
things.
space. I mean, the space that we had at Naples, you get 5 games athletes in one space. You're bound to bump some heads. Like, at some point. I mean, from wall to wall. I mean, you could barely walk 50 feet on your hands. I don't even think we could. We didn't even have a 50-foot length, I think, of space, to just give you an idea.
Yeah, it was very small. But
Yeah.
I've been there the one time, and I was just like, wow, I
Yep.
can't believe you guys are doing it. But
We made it work. Hey, it helps to be in sunny Florida because then you could do a lot of things.
Yeah.
But that just that's just to show how much Matt believed. Matt Torres, he's the owner of Brute. He's my coach. He's Dallin's coach, James' coach. He just truly has a vision and belief, and he's like, hey, I know things aren't perfect. I know the environment isn't perfect, but we're gonna work together on this vision, and we're gonna make it happen. And we did, and it's been an incredible experience.
Yeah, and he's been on the show quite a bit. He's awesome. He's so much fun.
He speaks so well.
The whole Brute crew is just an absolute blast. You guys just a party.
We all have insanely different personalities. It's awesome. Keeps it fun.
So coming down here, obviously you're competing in the team division.
Yes.
Do you guys have anybody going individual, or is it just?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I have incredible teammates. They're incredibly fit individual women that they're competing Indy Thursday and Friday.
Mm-hmm.
And Elisa Fuliano from Italia, and then Linda Kiesman from Netherlands. Like, we all came together as Team Reebok. So shout out to our sponsors, Reebok. They take care of us with everything from the new Nano X5s to the gear to just truly making sure that we're taken care of. But they got to grind it out these first 2 days as indies, and then they're gonna have so much fun and grind it out with me as a team.
Then you just come in on Saturday. You're like,
I'm gonna be so fresh. Joints are gonna be feeling good.
I'll just go ahead. I'll jump in here. I'll do some
No,
work.
they are truly incredible women, incredible athletes. It's great for that. I mean, they're European athletes, and I feel like every European athlete that I've met is also so passionate, and they work so hard, and they're willing to just go the extra mile in anything for their friends, for their work, for their sport. And I went to Fit Fest, and I got to experience that energy.
Yep.
And so, I mean, having them on team, this is our first time competing together, and I think it's going to be great.
Yeah. Your other teammate when you were in Fit Fest was upset that you were at Fit Fest.
Really? This one? I know. I went to. You know what? I was supposed to go to Fit Fest last year.
Yep.
And some plans changed, and I couldn't make the trip, and I got to go this year in Birmingham.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Oh my gosh, it was like it was only their second year putting it on, but Jason had done it before, Dallin had done it before, Ariel had done it, and like all speak so highly of just the people that put this event on, how they take care of us, and it was such a great throwdown against Team Europe. Team USA Team North America, Team Row got the win, but I mean it was just friendly banter the whole week, and we all just became a great group of friends.
It was awesome. It was awesome.
I loved it.
So what kind of things do you have going on, like, in the horizon? Obviously, there's the CrossFit Games coming up, there's, the Opens about to happen, there's World Fitness, there's like everything. There's so much competition.
It's crazy.
What does your season, look like? What are you setting your sights on?
Yeah, so it's such a great, all that to say, like, the more opportunities for us as athletes, we love that. And sometimes, we love it, but then it does get crazy. You really have to be smart on where you compete. But so far we're, first to start the year, we're going to have some fun here at Wodapalooza. And then within, 4 weeks, we're going to kickstart the Open. So my plan is to continue to pursue individual. I love competing individually. It's just such a joy. I love it in all the ways, but I also enjoy team in so many different ways. But we'll go indie this year. We're gonna do the affiliate semis. I feel like every other year we get the rules changed, so I gotta make sure to know that it's open and then individual affiliate semis.
Yep.
And then from there, we've gotten word of all the sanctional opportunities that are around. And at that point, that's going to be, the goal is to qualify for the CrossFit Games, get back there to that floor, and also qualify as soon as possible. But also, if not, we start to kind of pick and choose where the best chances to compete. And at some point in there, there's going to be a WFP World Fitness Project qualifier. So my goal is to definitely be you'll find me doing those qualifiers.
Yep.
You'll find me competing at WFP because I have faith that I will be qualifying. I'm going to say right now. And, from there, it's going to be a long season ahead. They'll probably take us up to December.
I love it.
Rogue's going to be in there. I'm going to make Rogue again.
And then right back here.
So catch us competing from January to December.
I'm one of the few that I think loved the sanctionals.
Yeah.
Because of the fact that you could go anywhere and like really kind of pick where you wanted and like kind of call your shot.
Yeah.
And if you had an off week, it wasn't the end of the world. I love the fact that you could go somewhere else and be like, okay, well, scratch that. We had a bad week, wasn't feeling well, or whatever. Didn't qualify, so you can go somewhere else and qualify. I was a fan of that, and I also, people are big on, we want the same programming. We want everybody to do the same thing. I'm like, I want to see everybody get there, and then, cool. If that competition was a strength competition and they qualified through that, cool. I want to see the strong person go against the endurance person who won this event, and then then I want to kind of see how it all shakes out.
Yeah, every season has been different. When we had the sanctional year, because I ended up going to Italian Showdown. So my first year at the games was 2019, and then from there it was a huge competing year. I got to go to Italian Showdown. That was a sanctional. I got to do Rogue in its first year. That was an awesome. And like the CrossFit Games bid, because everyone had qualified, went down to like the 11th or 12th place athlete. But to your point, it was such a great opportunity to have all those options. So now they're kind of bringing that back, but not the way that we did in 2019, because now you can't just go anywhere.
Yeah.
So Mayhem came out with their opportunity to compete, but it's kind of like you kind of got to earn it a little bit. It's kind of like an invitational, because they're inviting a certain amount of athletes, and then once they don't fill all those spots, then they'll decide if they want to invite you or not. And then certain regions, you don't always get, like the Northwest Sanctional. I can't compete in the Northwest Sanctional because I'm an East athlete.
Gotcha.
So there are limitations. It's not as kind of free-for-all as 2019. So, you got to make it happen either way. the goal is still the same, but I don't think it's gonna be. It's not gonna be as open opportunity as it was in 2019. You really have to like choose one or two and lock in and go for it.
Is there any outside of the East that you're looking at of like, okay, if for some reason I would love to just compete there?
Yeah.
Is it limited to if you've already qualified?
So I don't know actually.
Okay.
Like I wonder like I actually no, I take that back. I think there's athletes that are locked in to compete at NorCal, for example, because NorCal has their sanctional opportunity that came up, and I now think that if you've qualified prior to that competition, you can still go to compete because all these competitions are still earning potential for athletes.
Yeah.
But it'll go to the next bid.
Yeah,
so say you go to NorCal, top 5 girls have already qualified, they have their games bid. The games bid at NorCal would go to the 6th place finisher.
Perfect.
So it doesn't limit you to like not being able to compete. You just, kind of just depends on who gets the bid.
Yeah.
But that's great.
Then if you want to, if you just want to compete somewhere, you've already punched your ticket, you're like, I want to go.
I don't know if this is
here.
true or not because I was talking to my agent and he asked if I had hola. He asked if I had a Mexican passport, and I don't because I was born here in the States.
Yeah.
But I think for certain competitions you have to be from that country.
Yes.
So it really does limit you to minimal, like not as many. I can't just go to Mexico or wherever the Latin American sanctional is and get to compete there if I decide I want to.
Yeah.
So it makes it very specific. So. Yeah, we'll see. I actually still don't have everything in order. Like, I actually chatted with my coach a week or so ago, and I told him, like, after Wodapalooza, I just want to take a moment to just schedule what are the things that we're truly going for, because you do have to have, at least for me, I have to have something in line, in vision, not just kind of this free-for-all, go with the flow kind of thing.
Yeah.
So we're going to map it out, plan it out, and be smart about it, and hopefully I get to, I believe you'll see me back at the games very soon.
Oh, I know we will.
Yes.
Stella, do you have any questions over there? She's been
yes.
quiet over there in the corner.
How do you balance your CrossFit life with your family life and like your outside CrossFit life?
That's such a great, what a deep question. Man, I'll be honest, because some people will give you an immediate answer on how they balance it. And just full transparency, I think I still struggle with that, truly. Like, it's a very selfish sport when it comes down to the things that you have to pursue and how you have to pursue them to be who you want to be, and everyone's different. But when it comes down to how I balance it, I'll tell you this, right? I'd say this to anybody, I wouldn't be able to do what I do without my husband Al. He's not here. He's usually here every single year, but he's up north crushing tax season.
And trying not to slip in the snow.
Literally trying. He actually did. He slipped on ice the first. He slipped on ice the first time. Poor man. But to help me balance, there's really no balance, right? There's some things that have to truly give and take, and if I didn't have someone as understanding as my husband and the patience that he has with me, and truly he just understands everything that I have to do. No one really knows other than him. He sees me every single day. He sees what goes on from morning to night, and he, if I have 70%, he picks up the back 30. If I only have 50%, he gives me, it's one of those things that you gotta have people in your corner that truly understand and support your goals, and you equally. Like, I'm no different. I have to support him. I want to support him in everything and balance that. So it's kind of like a day-by-day kind of thing when it comes to training and life and family, and just finding moments and making time for those moments, because I know I'll always be busy. And if you always say, you'll always be busy and you don't have time, you truly won't ever make time for family. So I ended up making time, for example, to see my friends up in Cookville a couple weeks ago. And it wasn't, I wasn't seeing them for weeks at a time, but it was like, hey, you know what? It's not the end of the world if I'm not at home for 4 days in my own routine, but I'm going to see you. So making time in small ways, whether it's connecting with your family with a phone call, going back home for a couple of days, seeing friends, is so important to keep my mind and my body healthy when it comes to training. And to not forget, those are your people. Those are your relationships that truly matter. So to never put those on the back burner, they never come second. But balancing your career and family, you need a team of people to do that.
Yeah, I love it. And that's one of the things, especially with Al being, gone. It's like, okay, well, I can go for a week and you're not sacrificing, he's obviously having to sacrifice for work to go and, support things, but you're able to, go and kind of recharge where you need to as well.
Yes.
And even if you are still working out and still pushing the pace and training, but being around other people. And that's the thing we go back to, is that community. The community is not just your gym, it's also your circle of people, those people that you trust that help you and guide you in ways that you just wouldn't have if you were working out by yourself. And it's such an important thing. Ron's out here. We have a chat group with our gym where, like, the 9 o'clock crew, we have like our chat group, and it's a lot of just ridiculousness, but at the same time, it's people propping each other up.
Absolutely.
And helping them. And when somebody's going through a tough time, it's encouraging them. When somebody's just slacking off, it's pushing them. It's.
But it just goes back to team, right? Like everything that you do, like even like through your podcast and through what you do professionally, like you wouldn't be able to do what you do just by yourself. You can't be a man of, in charge of 100 things. You need a team of people that believe in the same vision and want the same, chase the same goals and are willing to do whatever it takes to like all get there together. And sometimes there's certain days that you could give more, certain days you got to take on less because of other things going on. But no matter what, it's like, just like anything, it's never a one-person show. It's usually a good army behind you that you need.
Absolutely. And Al's awesome. And as much as we text back and forth, just like cutting up, I probably text more with him.
You definitely probably do, because I'm very bad at texting, especially around this time.
On Instagram, he and I are always going back and forth and chatting and joking and cutting up. And
He for people that don't know Al, he is like the biggest personality, like truly I have a big personality too. He might be slightly bigger than my personality when it comes to having fun and enjoying people. Like he's a people person. You don't say that a lot. You don't say that a lot about accountants. I really I don't know. That might be stereotyping, but he's just a joy, and he's just all that. He's the person that he could walk into a room of people that he doesn't know, and he will walk out with all those friends. Like he will make friends with every single person. So he makes my life so easy because it's so easy to be with him.
Very cool. So while you're here in Miami, is there one thing on or off the competition floor that is kind of like your thing that you're looking forward to the most? Like, what is your number one thing in Miami this week that you're absolutely just looking forward to?
I'm just excited to go back to having these team experiences. I feel like every time I get the opportunity to go team with different girls, people that I have never been team with, and partner and represent my brands, this is truly the weekend to be able to enjoy that. I feel like anytime I compete individually, it's truly you're locked into your strategy, your events, your routine. You're not really as present as you are here, because this is kind of the beautiful part of Wodapalooza, where it is the first thing of the year. You don't have a games bid riding on it. You can just relax, and like if things don't go perfectly, it doesn't cost you your season. Like that's the scary part about competing for the games bid or WFP or whatever that looks like a lot of these professional competitions. And so I get to enjoy time with you guys. I get to enjoy time with brands. So I think what I'm looking forward to the most is what I look forward to the most just about every Wodapalooza here, and it's just connecting, truly connecting. I get to walk down. I saw, my guy Scott, my friend Scott Banting down there at his stream, booth. I get to see. We went to have coffee with Dan Bailey. I get to go to Relay. I'm having, my sponsors at Relay. I get to be there for meet and greet. Like I truly get to just be present and connect and chat with fans and have great team experiences and all these things in a matter of 4 days. And I get to walk away with the most overflowed cup, and this is what I enjoy, because come open and sanctionals, and I'm not going to be able to say the same thing.
And that's the cool thing about it here, is there's so many memories made. And I talk about it all the time, that this is the all-star game. It's like all-star weekend is Wodapalooza. You come in here, you hang out with people. Athletes just walking around, just everywhere. Like
and it's no different, right? It's like they're just walking around, just chilling, like
Just chilling.
sometimes there've been a couple times at the games where I'll just literally just like chill and sit down at a random table of people and just like start chatting. But it's good. I mean, the venue here is amazing. They really created, Loud and Live like really created such an incredible new space.
Yeah.
And it just feels, we still feel super connected, but now there's more room. We get to be on the beach. We get to have some incredible.
I mean, look at that.
Like the
Look at
beach
the
is
water.
literally right there. I could like go for a dip right now.
Yeah, and it's
maybe
just
not
blue.
because it's cold, but
It's just blue. It's beautiful.
I love it.
And that's one of the things, like, this is Thursday, so Thursday is traditionally the slower day.
Yeah.
Not as many people come in, you hit the weekend. I'm really excited to see what happens, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yes.
And, like, what happens to this place and the
Oh, it's gonna be
energy.
popping off. I know
And
it.
once the lights come up and, the sun goes down and it kind of just has that vibe, that party vibe, it's going to be a lot of fun, I think.
And now it's a party on the beach.
Party on the beach.
If you guys know me, I love the beach.
Yes.
I had a wedding on the beach. I do everything.
Any chance you
It
get to
is
be on
a
the
party when you are on the beach, and I know Wodapalooza is gonna make that happen. It'll be great.
Absolutely.
I hate sand. I'm sorry.
You hate sand?
I can't do it.
Dang, you're gonna have a
I
rough
can't do
weekend.
it. Yes.
We're on sand all weekend long, bro. It's the sand and the socks that don't
It
do
is.
it.
It's
Yeah,
super
no one likes sand and
annoying.
socks.
Like you can't get away from it.
You just need to walk around barefoot and exfoliate. You'll be exfoliating your feet all weekend.
Well, it's one of those things that if you're at the beach, like on the beach, going into the water and doing all this,
It's
I'm
fine
okay
because
with it.
I
I'm
know
okay.
I know the sand's gonna be on me, but if I'm like clothed and I'm like just chilling and sand's on me, I'm gonna get so mad. Because like, I
Well,
don't want to.
you know what you do? You jump in the beautiful ocean right now. You just jump on in there and clean yourself off from the sand.
Maybe if it wasn't like 20 degrees.
In freezing cold. Freezing cold.
We'll do a pull-up lunch.
No,
Yeah,
I'm good.
that'll
I'm
be
good.
good. Lots of things that you could do.
So many things you can do. It's just awesome.
endless things.
But I mean, like the vibe here is just, it's so chill, it's so
Love
laid
it.
back, and I love that. And like you said, it's just memories upon memories of things that you can do. And it being an event where literally everyone's walking around. Like I told you, I ran
It's-
into Dallin yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
It was just like, hey, what's up, bud?
What's up?
What's going on?
It's
And,
so cool to also come back for for multiple years, and it's cool. It's like you get to see people throughout the years, and you get to see them. The amount of people that I know that I've been seeing the last 5 years, you truly do get to build those relationships and stay connected, and it's great. I mean, you see, new brands popping up, and like Reebok. My brands Reebok, Relay, Tupu, like all of them are incredible supporters of myself, but now this is the time that I get to truly be with them versus just emailing or Zoom calling. So it's so special. I hope everyone that comes here like truly takes advantage of the experience.
And everybody seems chill.
Yeah,
Like
yes.
from
chill.
athletes to spectators, like everybody's just like,
Chilling out.
It would
See, that's what you get on the beach. You get
It
chill.
would be better if the sun was here, but
the sun's
coming.
The sun is coming.
It's coming.
The sun has
hiding.
popped out a couple times.
Just keep calling for it.
I
It's
had a
like
hoodie earlier.
right there.
Yesterday it was raining and I was terrified that it was going to rain today.
yes, it was so gross.
What
Yes.
would
so
have
much
been
better.
like the plan for rain? Like here, at least.
We got a tent over there.
We'd have
Like-
hats with umbrellas.
We've done little tents. Like
Yes.
we've done a tent where we put it over top and then we
Yes.
just kind of sit under it and talk. So
And you pretend that it's not raining.
we
and you
pretend
try
it's not raining. As there'll be a hole in the tent, so something will drop on you, and you're just like.
No, we got lucky. We got lucky.
No, this has
beautiful.
been.
I could see the women going, running in their first event.
You gotta
yeah.
the
run,
sand. Yeah.
run.
They're going. I know the women going. I know the men
Faster, you can
finished.
do it. Running in sand is just terrible. Because
Yeah.
You sink in and then you can't get out,
Yeah.
and like it builds up and like it's just.
I actually strained my calf running on sand like a month.
Not funny.
No, 2 months
You guys will
before
be
semis.
fine.
Like you guys won't.
You guys will crush
I am
it.
not actually. We're gonna stop it right there. I can't bring that bad energy to while they're running. But either way, maybe there's a reason why I'm just going team this
Yeah.
weekend. Bad memories.
See, but that's the thing with me is like I feel like sometimes in team you almost go harder
You do.
Yes.
because
I agree.
Because
I truly
with you, so like
Yeah, you don't want to be the person
Yes.
that's holding it back.
yeah.
It's a different feel for team. It truly is.
Yeah.
I've had some team experiences. I can't say many, but I also feel like I'm I really feel confident being in a team environment. I played team sports growing up, and so
What sports did you play?
I was a volleyball girl.
Okay.
As short as I am, we stay in the back though. We stay in the back.
My
Libero
mom
Diaz.
actually just signed me up today.
No kidding.
For school. Yeah, she sent me a picture of volleyball signups and was like,
Please
"Do you
do
want to
volleyball."
do it?" Yes, I am.
Oh, I was just like, your typical volleyball girl, like
My coach wants me to.
yes, all of it. But that was the sport that I truly latched onto. I didn't necessarily get the chance to play all the sports that I wanted to because most of my life was actually in music, playing the violin for 14 years.
Okay.
And but yeah, team volley, I did the whole travel and in season represent your school.
Yep.
Off season you're doing the traveling thing and you're going around with your team. You have to do these camps and it's pretty intense, pretty expensive. Also, so shout out to the parents
that's not big.
that get to do it.
You know how much
Just
stuff she
prepare
does.
yourself.
So actually during Christmas break, her and her little brother did a pro wrestling school for a week.
You did say that you wrestle.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is a story. This is also, I know you wrestle because I know you sometimes wrestle your brother when you shouldn't be,
Yeah.
laying it out. But that's
this-
incredible.
Like legit in a ring pro wrestling. So not
Yes,
like
it's
high school.
great, it's
Not
great.
Oh, not like high school, like American.
No,
It's like
no, like
entertainment
WWE.
wrestling.
Oh, like WWE wrestling?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
You do that?
Yeah.
You gotta send me videos
I'll
later.
send you a video.
Please.
Yeah, we'll pull it up.
Watch just has videos of Stella doing think of anything and Stella's
so
That's
so
just a-
they send videos back. I send videos
Please,
back to you all the time.
please.
But yeah, her and her little brother did pro wrestling for a week, and at the end of the week, they did an actual pro
Yes,
wrestling
like
show,
an event.
like an actual
main
event.
Did you have like a routine, an outfit,
Yes,
like the
yes,
whole
yes.
show, like walking
There
out?
were like 150 people there. It was insane.
It was a sold out
What?
show.
Yes.
Wait, where was this again?
This was in Orlando.
Yeah.
Oh my! And these are all kids your age.
Yeah.
Like
the
8 to 14.
Yeah, 8 to 14.
Okay, like you're not going up against like an 18-year-old or
Well,
an
yeah,
adult.
So
17-year-old.
what they would do is they would actually have in each match, they would have the kids, but they would also have a coach.
Oh, okay.
So if there was any special moves that they were doing that they didn't want to perform on another student, they
Yeah.
would perform that move on a coach.
And
Okay.
funny thing is, like, I
That's
got
awesome.
hit, but I thought that the coach would just fake it. No, she actually went boom right across my chest, and I was
She
like,
got you.
whoa. I was like, well, it didn't hurt that bad in the moment. I was just shocked. I was like, what is she doing?
It's
Why
because
is
you're
she
probably too good,
doing
and she needs to
this?
like show
Yeah.
you that she's still your
Well,
coach.
I told her it's because she did a senton bomb on her.
Yeah.
Where
What's that?
So where you
know
basically
nothing.
you back up to them and then drop, like you
Yeah, you
drop
just, like,
you drop your body.
shoulders-
Yeah, you
drop
just
your
like
body
jump up
onto
and
her.
fall right on there.
Oh,
And funny
okay,
thing
I
in
can see it.
practice,
And
I was
So
doing
terrifying.
it in practice, and I missed the person completely. Fell right smack on my back.
Are these are they cushioned? Like to like?
no, it's
I'd snap my neck.
it's a flexible floor.
Oh, okay, it
So
has give.
It has give, but
Yeah.
it's definitely solid.
It has like the
Wow.
trampoline effect where you go down and just sinks you up and shoots you back up. That's
Yeah,
what
so
it
it's
says.
not like a gymnastics
You
floor.
tell me this, and I'm like, this is such a great thing to do when you're a kid because you build
Yes.
resilient kids, and I think we
Yes.
need some resilient 10, 11, 12 year
Yeah.
olds, right? It teaches
Yeah.
you how to be tough. Like it teaches you there's so. Good job, Dad. Yes, keep that. Like, dang, I wish I had those. Like, there's so many things that I'm like, man, as a kid, I wish I had more of those opportunities because you get, you grow up, you go through the, hardships of high school and college and just life, and you experience hard. And, like, every year is, a different level of hard things. You're hard at 11, you're going to turn 12, 13,
Yes.
15, and you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I thought that was hard at 11. This is hard.
Well,
you're going to be saying the same things every single year.
And
You get to learn.
the big thing with that was, it was just an opportunity. The school called and they were like, we want her to come because
Yeah.
she'd come to an open house
Yes,
before and they really
I
liked what
did.
she was doing.
Yeah.
And so I was like, this is like a memory. This is
Yes.
this is like core memory building. Like,
Yeah.
you
You
know,
can't really say that you do that on a daily basis.
Yeah. So
for you.
I
so it
wish
was a
I
lot of
would.
fun.
I feel like that's where your confidence also comes
Yeah.
from. Stella's a very confident gal.
Well,
At least to me, you were.
Well, she was also a heel.
Yes, I was
don't
a
know if
bad
you know
guy.
anything about.
No, what is that?
So in wrestling,
Yes.
if you're a heel, you're the bad guy.
Yeah, and then a baby
Oh.
face is the good guy.
Heel as in your heel?
Yeah, like a heel.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting. You were the bad girl.
So
Yeah.
she was the bad guy. So
Did you like that?
Yeah, it was fun.
Like,
Because when you're a bad guy, you can do more things and get away with it and be like, have more character when you're doing something like that. So
Yeah.
it was just really fun. And I had a partner that was a heel, but I was like, when you have a partner and then you're like really mean to your partner, that's what I was, and I got betrayed in the match.
You were a meaner heel than
Yeah.
your other heel.
Yeah. So she got up there and she got on the microphone and she was talking trash on the mic.
You have
to
such
the
a
crowd.
personality. That is truly your thing. Like, wow. I'm excited to see what Stella's doing, like, by the time she turns 15. She's
Well,
she's gonna be a dog. She's gonna be such a star.
Not next year, but the following year she could actually possibly qualify for here.
Oh, is that how young they go?
13, I believe.
13.
I believe it's 13.
Okay. I can't keep up with, like, the different ages of divisions because there's so many great divisions and so many opportunities here to compete as a teenager.
Yeah.
But 13, wow. Do it.
And watching
We'll compete
kids do
together.
it is just like, it like inspired me because like, oh, this person can do it. I think I can do it too because they're like the same age as me.
No
And
different.
It's no different because like I'm basically the same person as her, and if she can do it, then I can try it and I can do it.
Good for you, girl.
It's
Oh,
really
well
fun.
said. Amen to that.
With that,
Amen.
that's a great place to end.
That
Like,
is. Let's
that's
mic
awesome.
drop on that.
So, tell people what I'm going to try and post this tonight. So tell people what
Yes.
you're doing this weekend, as far as like where they can see you. Do you have meet and greets?
Yes.
Or you have things that we're doing?
I'm
Are you
excited.
doing-
I have a meet and greet. I have so many sponsors here. I've got Tupood booth down the way here. I'm going to do a meet and
They
greet
need
in
to
about...
release her belt and put it up there.
Yes, I got my sunshine belt still shining bright up there. Relight, an incredible sponsor. I just re-signed with them for a second year. Relight, if you guys are familiar with Redmond Real Salt, they are an incredible company based out of Utah. They have tons of seasonings. If you want to be a chef in the kitchen, they have lots of seasonings and just very clean ingredients, all coming out of their own salt mine. Actually, not a lot of companies get to say that, but their Relight product is the electrolyte salt product, and I'm going to be doing a meet and greet in 10 minutes. Make sure you come by, say hi, live chat with me. I'm going to be competing starting on Saturday. We're going to be doing Team Reebok, so Reebok is actually coming out with, I'm going to be wearing their Nano X5 shoes, and they're just coming out in actually 2 days, their new Nano X5s.
I'm excited.
Yes, Reebok is my first CrossFit shoe, and it will forever be my CrossFit shoe, and it's one of those things to look out for if you're a fan of apparel and shoes and all the new things coming out.
Are you doing the Talking Elite Fitness?
Yeah.
Reebok-
Oh yeah. I'm gonna be
Reebok
doing.
We were
oh my
actually
gosh,
watching
thank you
them
for-
before we came here.
Yes, I'm gonna be doing a Talking Elite Fitness podcast Friday morning at CrossFit Miami Beach. I'm gonna be hosting an incredible workout with my sponsors, Lycan Fitness, an incredible fitness equipment company. They equip me with all the things, and I'm gonna be hosting an 8 a.m. workout. Hosting a workout with Reebok at HLPT Friday at 1:30. Just check my Instagram. I'm gonna just keep updating it all weekend long.
Everywhere.
We got this. This is just to say this is exactly why I love Wodapalooza, because I get to do all these amazing things, and I'm just gonna have fun with some great people this weekend.
Absolutely. Well,
Thank you,
fantastic.
Lex.
And
Thank you so much.
also shout out to Blackout Barbell. Don't forget about them.
Oh
We
yeah,
love Blackout Barbell.
those are your people.
So
Yes,
she's
those
sponsored
are
by
our
Blackout
people.
Barbell.
Yes.
Heck yeah, good shout out. I love that.
Sean
Good
in the
plug.
back.
Good
Sean,
plug.
Go
We
get
both
some
are.
stuff. Go get some.
Hi Fury.
But,
Thank you guys. Thanks
Thank
for
you so
having
much
me
for
on.
coming on the
Yes,
show.
thank
chatting with you guys.
Always awesome to have you. And we got to get that scheduled for the Muscle Up
Yes.
seminar
Yes,
soon.
please.
So-
Videos coming my way.
I need
Thank
that.
you guys.
I need to get it before my brother.
You've been listening to the Wex Appeal Podcast. Get connected by heading to Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok at Wex Appeal Podcast for more bonus buffoonery and to get the full Wex experience. Plus, make sure to subscribe on your podcast app today. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time for more barbells, beats, and buffoonery.